When reading light novels, it's a good chance that what you are reading is either an isekai or a villainess title. These titles have really oversaturated the market. Enter Miss Savage Fang. Or, Miss Savage Fang, the strongest mercenary in history, is reincarnated as an unstoppable noblewoman, to give it a full title. Ah, light novel titles. What we have here is an incredible blend of villainess and isekai tropes, which makes a title that, well, it's going to go under the radar for a lot of people. This is a review copy of Volume 1 of the series sent by Yen Press, who released the first volume in English in February 2024. Written by Kakkaku Akashi, with illustrations from Kayahara, of whom Hololive fans will instantly recognise their work. This title has been translated into English by Sarah Moon, but what of the plot itself? Miss Savage Fang, as the title will tell you, tells the story of the strongest mercenary, Savage Fang. A person so overwhelmingly powerful, he is leading the charge against the evil villainess Mylene. And with victory at grasp and the villainess being executed, he is sadly cut down in his prime. And of course, he is reincarnated. However, he quickly finds he has been reborn as Mylene, the witch herself, and has been flung into the past, determined to not allow the war that has claimed friends and comrades. A reborn Savage Fang begins to train. Now, this is something that I've came to expect from the villainous genre. Person gets reincarnated, finds all the red flags, and tries to fix them for a better world. Titles like Tear Moon Empire, absolutely fantastic on the back of it. But this is a little bit more different, as we have a powerful person being reincarnated, a person who may not have the normal upbringing and kind of does things with his fists more than kind of doing things more politically. We have a little bit of a twist, and that is, I feel, what makes this series so good. We have a protagonist who's going to punch his way out of the villainess tropes. And this is where the series really shines. The author is actually pretty good at writing fights. A lot of chapters are dedicated to conflict where Savage Fang will choose to just beat up her opponent in gratifying detail. And honestly, it works. If you want a protagonist that's going to punch first, ask questions later, you're going to get some good mileage with this title. Of course, we have other characters which actually really improve the title itself. First up, we have Colette, a princess of an imperial empire who just wants to make Mylene her personal subordinate. We also have Albert, Mylene's future husband, a prince who looks so beautiful one can mistake him for a girl. Of course, these side characters are going to end up head over heels for Mylene. And yeah, I kind of expected that. They are interesting characters as a whole, but you can definitely see some of the author's own kinks in here. I was going to say that this is a Yuri, but is it? I mean, the main protagonist is technically a male inside of a girl, so yeah. Now, the majority of the setting takes place inside a prestigious school, because of course it does. It's an isekai, it's a villainess, we've got to have the school. But, in a little bit of a twist, Mylene ends up trying to solve the local drug problem, with the only way she knows how. Violence! While just about everything leads to violence in the end, this series does do enough that it kind of made me enjoy the things as it went along. Of course, the violence, the fighting is the icing on the cake, and because the author is pretty competent at writing fighting scenes, it does make those kind of stand out. I kind of feel you have to want that in this series. If you're going in for the usual villainous tropes, you might be a little bit disappointed. And that really is the hook. If you want a badass fighter punching and hurting things to solve problems, then you are really going to get some mileage here. If you are here for the romance or more political side of things, your mileage may not be as varied. Miss Savage Fang is exactly what I would call a hidden gem. It's a title that I would look at the cover and just be like, no, that doesn't look like my kind of thing. even with such prestige in the artist for also doing Hololive Girls. I probably wouldn't pick this up just from looking at the cover, but I'm so glad that Yen Press did send me a review copy and I could read it and share it with you guys, because like I said, it's one that I don't think is going to get nearly enough love, but it's one that I think that you guys would really appreciate. Do check it out, and if you did like this, consider subscribing and checking out some other videos on the channel. I have got your next big read right here.